guys, it's Glenn from glenscarcollection.com, and I've been waiting to drive this car. This is the brand new M240i xDrive. See this pretty cool BMW keychain? This is actually called Thunder Night Metallic, and this is the new 2 Series. Let me know what you think about the looks in the comment. In the comments, it's grown on me. Now this is xDrive, meaning it's all-wheel drive. This is the M Sport. So the new M2 isn't out yet, but I have a feeling that car is going to be epic. I really like this color. I know like Matt Farrer and other people thought it was okay. I think it's cool. It's different. Now, if you want to live with that color 5 years from now, I don't know, but right now it looks pretty cool. This is the signature. The press cars are in this color. So you have big brakes there. I love the blue calipers. You know what? Let's take a look at the engine and we'll go over horsepower, weight, and specs. So now, like any modern BMW, you just pull this twice. There's no secondary latch, so there's nothing to do once you get under the hood, like it used to be with my E90 M3, 46 M3 used to pop out of the side here. So we just lift it now. It's a 3-liter turbocharged inline 6. Produces 382 horsepower, 369 foot-pounds of torque. And now how you close it, you just have 2 prongs there. Push it down and you're closed. You have a heads-up display. Now I'm 6 feet tall, so this is my driving position. I would not want to sit behind myself, unfortunately. Oh, we got a window sticker to go over too. You know, so it's in the adults, you know, you could probably fit adults there if I move my seat up. My M2, I had adults in the back seat, no problem. All right, so let's start it up. There's that BMW bing, because I don't have my seatbelt on, so I'll have to put my seatbelt on. It's a hot day, so we're going to keep the air conditioning on. Let's see. So Thunder Night Metallic, which looks purple to me. Now the base price of this car, I'm going to read it off the sticker so I don't get anything wrong, is actually a reasonable, does that say $48,000. Now you have driver's assistance package for $1,450. That gives you the active cruise control, the parking assist, the drive recorder, and the surround 2D view camera. Shadow line package that gives the I think the black exterior there. The premium package, which you'll want, that's going to give you the heated steering wheel, which is now in the front here. Heated front seats, heads-up display, adaptive LED headlights, and the live cockpit. You also, now this has the cooling and high performance tire package in case you want to do a track day. That's $2,400, probably well worth it. Even if you don't do a track day, you want to have your favorite mountain roads. And then Harman Kardon, which I highly recommend, $875, and then a destination of $995. So all in, this car rings up at $645. So well worth it if you ask me. Now I think the M2 is probably going to be in the 70s when it comes out. Everything is the same as my M340i xDrive. So you have your controls here for Comfort, Eco. I've never used Eco Pro in my life. Comfort, Sport, you can go into Sport Plus. Parking brake, just like the manual, you go up to set it. So pull up to set it, pull down to release it. You have all your iDrives here. It's got one of the latest iDrives. Steering wheel is exactly the same as my car, heated in the front, and you have all your Bluetooth controls here, and then your adaptive cruise controls, the controls here. You even have a speed limiter. Your other safety stuff here, as far as your lights go, are on the side. You adjust your mirrors. You can set 2 seating positions. You can put the steering wheel fore and aft, up and down. You use the paddle shifters. The paddles are pretty high quality. Heads-up display, which is optional. And you know what? Enough. Let's drive. So now this car has a sunroof. You know how I feel about sunroofs. And let's take it out. I'm really excited to drive this car. Now this is some bumpy roads here. Now I'm interested in this car, how it handles because of the weight. So surprisingly, the M2, I believe, was 3,600 pounds. I had a 2016 M2. My channel started with that when I bought that in 2016. This weight has grown with all these safety features and its crash features. It's grown to 3,800 pounds. So this weighs the same as my M340i xDrive. Now, my M2 was rear drive. The all-wheel drive, I would assume, adds 150, 200 pounds. So that's probably most of it. All right, so now we're going to drive this like God intended. So we're going to put it in sport mode, and we're going to use the manual paddle shifters. Now, this is an 8-speed ZF torque converter automatic, so no dual clutch here. And we'll see how we'll accelerate on the highway in a second. Let's make sure it's clear. Very good acceleration. So far, initial impressions, I feel like I'm driving a smaller, more nimble version of my car. Now, this car has the performance tires, which makes a huge difference. My car has my M240i 2020 model xDrive, has the run flats all seasons. So my car doesn't turn in. This car is giving me some turn in, which is very welcomed. I like this car a lot. All right, now here's kind of like a blind acceleration merge onto the highway. So I'm gonna put it, I'll stop, put it down to first. Got some clear road, so let's go. All right, so we're gonna accelerate. We're gonna use every bit of that all-wheel drive, every bit of that 6,800 RPM to accelerate. This car is quick. Would I call it fast? I wouldn't call it fast, but I would call it quick. From the seat of the pants, I don't think it's as fast as my M240i xDrive, but it's definitely way more nimbler, and I feel already that it turns in much sharper due to these summer performance tires. All right, so now let's put it in auto mode, let the trans shift for itself. Now, these are really bumpy roads, but I would say the roads, this suspension is pretty smooth. So far, I would say it's all day comfortable. Now, we're gonna test BMWs, I think, and I've always said this, give you the best compromise of ride and handling. So I've owned a bunch of AMGs and Audi S cars, and I like those cars too. But the problem is, to get them to handle well, they have to make the suspension so stiff. So BMW, even when I take my drives in my car, a lot of times I put it in sport throttle, but I leave the suspension soft and it handles just fine. BMW probably has the best compromise for ride and handling. These are everyday cars that you could drive aggressively, and you won't get the understeer on other cars, and you won't get that stiff, punishing ride. All right, so we're gonna accelerate here. We're still in sport mode. We're actually in individual mode. So individual mode, you can play around with just that. You could, let's see, bring up the menu here so we can configure individual. You can see the damping. We could put in comfort, sport. So I'm gonna put the damping in comfort. So we still have the soft ride, but the engine is in Sport Plus and the transmission is in Sport. There's the new Miata. It's a press day today. That's why I have the purple band. We're gonna have a lot of new videos of these press cars, BMWs and everything. So remember to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Only 10% of you who are subscribed hit the notification bell. You don't wanna miss a video. I do 2 to 3 videos a week, every Monday and Friday, and sometimes Wednesday. So you won't know if I posted Wednesday unless you hit that notification bell. All right, so now we're driving in sport mode, Sport Plus actually. We're manual mode, so give me the downshift, there we go. Now I'm in second gear. Wow, this car is a lot of fun to drive. I can't wait for the new M2 to come out if this car is this good. Now, I don't feel much in the steering. Just like any modern car, that seems to be the complaint about this car, is just steering feel. Like, I don't feel the tires at all. But I mean, that's not just BMW, that's pretty much everybody. The good thing about the steering, I actually can place the car wherever I want. Now I feel, you know, I felt a little oversteer there, which was pretty cool. Sounds good, at least from inside the car. These roads are really a good test of understeer and oversteer. Now, they're not the smoothest roads in the world, that's for sure. You gotta watch for potholes. But you got elevation changes, you got on-camber, off-camber turns, and if a car understeers, it'll usually show up on these roads. I love BMWs. I've had 9 or 10 of them. Almost all M cars. We'll downshift here to second, so it's giving me the shifts what I want. The upshifts are real quick. Remember, this is a torque converter automatic. And it does a pretty good imitation of a dual clutch transmission. Now, where it may lag a little bit is on downshifts. There's a little delay there. Okay, so that was third. I'm going to go to second here. You're going to hear another little delay. There you go. So with every iteration, they're improving those downshifts with the torque converter automatic. But it's still not as fast as a dual clutch. But honestly, I really see this car and even the new M3 as daily drivers. So daily drivers, be realistic. You're probably going to be sitting in traffic. I know I do when I go to the office or I go to showings. So the torque converter automatic is just so much better. Now, maybe on your racetrack, if you do a track day with this, which you definitely could, it wouldn't be the ideal car because of the weight, but you could definitely do track days with it. If you do track days at this weight, you're going to go through tires and brakes, I assure you. All right, guys, so that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Actually, do you want to see one more acceleration onto the highway? We'll do one more acceleration onto the highway. All right, we'll check for some clear traffic. The Buick wagon, you don't see too many of those. Ready? Now you get shift lights just before red line. I don't know if you could see that in the heads-up display. You got a second set of shift lights that kind of come together when you're right at that red line. All right. Oh, you want another acceleration? We'll do another acceleration. Do you want it? I'll give it to you. All right, so now we're going to downshift. So it went from 5th to 4th to 3rd to 2nd. I'm using the paddles. And so far, it's giving me every downshift I asked for. So I'm going to have to stop here because there is a big merge and you don't have your own acceleration lane. So we're going to have to wait a second here. Do an acceleration onto this lane. And this car pulls. It really pulls. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time.